Okay na? Okay, for the next topic, we have here theories of pain. Okay. So basically, pain is defined as an unpleasant emotional experience, usually initiated by noxious stimulus. Our keywords for this is unpleasant emotional experience, okay, and noxious stimulus, right? So we have three theories of pain. You have here the specific receptor theory or the specificity theory. You have your pattern theory or summation theory. You have your gate control theory, and we will be discussing these three theories. First one is specificity theory by von Frey. Okay, so this is also known as your specific receptor theory. So for this one, von Frey mentioned that pain receptor transmits the information to the pain center that was thought to exist within the brain. So basically, there are different types of receptors that are present uh, in our body. Okay, you have your thermoreceptors, you have your mechanoreceptors, and you have your nociceptors. Okay, so those are the three types of receptors. And I mentioned earlier, diba, you need to know the different prefix and suffix. What does therm means? Ano ibig sabihin ng therm? Thermo. Thermo means thermos. Ano yung thermos? Temperature, di ba? So basically, it detects temperature. Diba? So even if you're not familiar with thermoreceptors, you know that it has something to do with the temperature. Okay. Then we have mechanoreceptors. So mechanoreceptors, this one would detect mechanical pressure or distortion. And nociceptor, earlier, di ba, sabi ko, the keyword for pain is unpleasant emotional experience, noxious stimulus. Noxious, that's nociceptors. So nociceptor sends pain signals. Okay, it sends pain signals going to the brain, but you'll be able to react. Okay, so we have here the different receptors. Okay, yeah. So we have your thermoreceptors, mechanoreceptors, and you have your nociceptors. Okay, each one of the nerve endings is connected to a nerve, but not all nerves are created equal. Okay, hindi sila pare-pareho ng thickness and diameter. Nociceptors are thinner. They have thinner diameter compared to mechanoreceptors, which has a thicker diameter. And later you will know the significance of that one. Okay. For now, what you need to know is that nociceptors, thinner diameter, and mechanoreceptors, thicker, okay, diameter. All right. In terms of the mechanoreceptors, we have four types of mechanoreceptors. So you have here the first one, which is your Pacinian corpuscles. Okay? You also have your Ruffini endings. You have your Meissner's corpuscles, and you have your Merkel's disc. Okay? Pacinian corpuscles responds to deep pressure and high frequency vibration, while Ruffini endings responds to skin stretch. Okay? Meissner's corpuscle responds to low frequency vibration and free and fine touch, and Merkel's disc responds to light touch. Okay, this theory, okay, was disproved. Ba't nila dinisprove yung specificity theory? They disproved the specificity theory because it's not able to explain the phantom pain or the phantom limb, and it's not also able to explain why people would react differently to pain. Some would have an exaggerated reaction to pain, iba naman hindi, di ba? Let's say, napiso ka ng ballpen. So, ang ballpen or knife, okay, nahiwa ka ng knife. Some would react to pain differently compared to the others. Diba, sobrang painful. On other patients, it's not that painful. Okay, we have different pain tolerance. Okay, so what do they do? Okay, we do not believe the specificity theory. Okay, what do you propose? Sabi ni Von Frey. Oh, sige, anong meron kayo? Okay, what do you propose according to Von Frey? So Goldschneider came up with the summation or pattern theory. Okay? So Goldschneider proposed that there is no separate system for perceiving the pain. Okay? And the receptors for pain, according to him, are shared with other senses, such as touch. Okay? If you notice here, sabi niya, summation. Okay? So he mentioned that intensity evokes a pattern of impulse that is interpreted by the brain as pain. The more intense the pain, the more impulses and pattern. Okay, thus pain perception of is increased. So an example of this one is, let's say a person is carrying a block of ice. Hawak ng ice. Okay, at first you would feel cold. That's temperature. Okay, then you would notice that parang it's becoming heavy. That's pressure. Okay, and the summation of all those receptors would eventually lead to pain, diba? If you're holding the ice for a longer period of time, you would start noticing that it's now painful. Okay, okay. That is your summation pattern until it becomes numb eventually. Okay. However, they also disproved summation or pattern theory. Okay, so no, we don't believe the summation or pattern theory because there are two problems in this theory. The first one is that of the high degree of receptor fiber specialization. Sabi ni Von Frey, no, I have already proven that there are specific receptors. There are thermoreceptors, there's mechanoreceptors, okay? There are nociceptors. I have already proven that there's 4 types of mechanoreceptors: Pacinian, Ruffini, Meissner, Merkel's disc. Sabi, so problem nila ngayon, what would be follow now? What theory would be follow? Diba? So according to Melzack and Wall, sabi, okay, para you're not fighting na, para hindi na kayo mag-away, let's just integrate the two theories. Okay? Let's integrate the specificity theory as well as the pattern theory. And they came up with the third theory, which is the gate control theory. And this is what we believe now. Okay? The gate control theory. So pain perception starts and operated at the spinal level. Okay? It means that you can either perceive pain or you can either perceive touch. Sabi ni Melzack and Wall. Okay? If you experience pain, okay, di ba? May pain, then you try to rub the area or you try to blow the area. Hinangina mo, you fan yung area. Pinan mo yung area para may air. Okay? Then, the stronger and the faster sensation will be perceived first. Okay? Wala eventually yung pain. Diba? Pero if you stop fanning the area, you would now feel pain. Diba? Parang ganon. If you have an ulceration, may singaw ka. Okay? You have a singaw, then you're trying to put the Bacterol. Naglagay na kayong the Bacterol. How do you experience putting the Bacterol on your singaw? Wala pa. Etchant. Naglagay etchant. Do not put etchant, ha? I've seen some clinicians who's putting etchant on their ulcer. Okay? May irritate lang yan. Don't put etchant. Okay? Diba? To lessen the pain, to minimize the pain, you tend to fan the area as you put the the back row there. Okay. So for the gate control theory, we have two types of nerves here. Okay. The larger diameter fiber and the smaller diameter fiber. Okay. And earlier, if you still remember, which one has a thinner diameter? Mechanoreceptor or the nociceptor? I mean, has a thinner diameter. The one that has a thinner diameter is the, I wrote it somewhere here earlier. It's the nociceptor. It has a thinner diameter. So larger diameter nerve would transmit impulses faster transmission, as compared to your smaller diameter fibers, which would transmit impulse slower, mabagal. Okay? Larger diameter fiber transmits signals that are initiated by pressure, by vibration, and by temperature. But the smaller diameter fiber would transmit the painful sensation or the noxious stimuli, nociceptors. Okay? So slower si nociceptor compared to mechanoreceptor. So we have here intentional stimulation of the large fiber system results in inhibition of synaptic transmission within the smaller pain-producing fiber. What does it mean? Okay? It means that if the gate is closed, like close the gate, the pain would be decreased. But if the gate is open, the pain would be experienced by the patient. So you would be able to understand this in this diagram. Okay. We mentioned earlier that the large diameter nerve would transmit pain impulse faster. This is for pressure, temperature, and others. Okay. Smaller diameter, slow transmission. That is for pain, nociceptor. Okay. So if you have a if you have a, let's say, if you have a wound, okay, or natamaan yung elbow mo, or you were cut, okay, na incise ka, on some part of your body, then you try to blow air on the area, hindi pa masya, or you fan the area. This would be activated, okay? This would be activated going to the brain. So we need to say the gate is now closed and this one cannot enter. Sabi niya, oops, it's closed now, I cannot enter. But once you stop fanning the area, what would happen? This part of the nerve would close, this gate would close here, and patient would now be able to feel the pain. And so that is your gate control theory. Okay? Felt by the patient. If the gate is closed, then the pain will not be felt by the patient. Instead, the patient would be feeling temperature, pressure, vibration, among others. Okay? Ayan. Activated yung large diameter fiber. So your nociceptor is not able to send the signal going to the brain. You cannot react now. You're not able to sense the pain. Okay? Pero once it closes, and yung pain natin, smaller diameter fiber, is now able to send signal to the brain. So you can now react. You can either shout, you can either remove your finger, let's say it's a fire, nasa apoy na pala siya, so you can immediately react. Okay? So brain receives messages about injury by way of the gate control system, which is influenced by the injury signals. We have other types of afferent impulses and descending control. We have a term here na afferent. Okay, so I'm sure you've heard of afferent and efferent. afferent fibers, efferent fibers. Okay? If you still remember during your high school days, diba, you have your mnemonic na same. So what does same mean? Okay? A here stands for afferent. Okay? E here means efferent. Okay? S is sensory. M is motor. Okay? So sensory fibers are also known as afferent fibers. Motor fibers are also known as your efferent fibers. Kaya same. Okay? And if you say sensation, sensory, so what does it mean? If this is the brain, okay? This is your hand, okay? O, lima naman yung daliri niya. Yan yung hand. You were cut, nahiwa ka. What would happen? There would be impulse transmission going to the brain so that you can react to that injury. That's your sensory fibers. So meaning to say, for sensory fibers, transmission is towards the brain or towards the CNS. Okay? But in terms of efferent fibers, let's say you want to um, close your hand. Gusto mo close your hand mo. You want to make a fist. Okay? You want a fist, close your hand. How will this hand move? From the brain, diba? From the brain, you would now send signal or send command so that your hand would be able to close. That's motor movement. Okay. So for motor nerve or efferent nerve fibers, it's away from the brain. Away the CNS, away sa brain. From the brain towards the periphery. Okay. So we can modify now this mnemonic here. Okay. Instead of same, we can just use now this one. So what does it mean? That's same, afferent, towards the brain, motor, efferent, away the brain, or away the CNS. Diba? From the brain towards the periphery. So sensory, afferent, towards the brain, motor, efferent, away to the brain. Para you're easily able to recall this one. Okay? So we have different types of nerve fibers. You have your A fibers, you have your B fibers, and you have your, ay, ano po ito? Ito muna pala. I'm not sure if the tables are in your handouts because I have modified the handout several times already. So if it's not in your handout, you can just take a screenshot and write it down later. Okay, so afferent sensory neurons carries nerve impulse from sensory stimuli towards the CNS or towards the brain. Motor neuron, okay, from the CNS and towards the muscle, so away from the brain. Okay. So we have these different types of nerve fibers. You have your A fibers, you have your B fibers, and you have your C fibers. Okay. So for this one, we will only be discussing A fibers and the C fibers. Okay. So A fibers, okay, these are myelinated nerves. Okay. Ibig sabihin, if they are myelinated nerve, transmission for this one is faster. Because C fibers are unmyelinated nerves. Pain transmission is slower compared to the A fibers. Okay? That's why A delta fibers is the fast pain. Okay? Or first pain. C fibers, since they are unmyelinated, they are only second pain or slow pain. So that would include aching, dull pain, burning, or diffuse pain. Okay. And look at the diameter. A fibers has a thicker diameter compared to the C fibers, which has a thinner diameter. So they are slower. Diba? We mentioned earlier, the thicker the diameter of the nerve, then the faster it is. Right? So among the two, A and C fibers both are involved in pain transmission. Okay. However, it's the A fiber that is the fast or the first pain as compared to your C fibers, which is only the slow or second pain. Okay. And just to review, myelinated nerves, you have here the saltatory conduction. And for unmyelinated nerve, you have here the um, ano nga yun? Continuous conduction. Okay? Continuous conduction. You can take a screenshot. I'm not sure. Parang it's not in your handouts. Wala nga. It's not in your handouts. Okay? So earlier, I have introduced to you the three. Masyado bang mabagal? Is it too slow or is it too fast? I'm going slow kasi it's my first time giving you this lecture. So I'm not sure if I have the correct pacing. Is it too slow? Do you want me to go faster?
Okay na po, Doc.
Tama lang. Okay. So, baka kasi nabobore na kayo. So, we have here, earlier I've mentioned to you the three types of nerves. You have your A fibers, B fibers, and C fibers. Okay? We mentioned earlier that A and C fibers are both involved in pain. So, meaning to say, sensory. If it's sensory, they are afferent or efferent. A and C fibers are afferent, di ba? Sensory afferent. In terms of the B fibers, they have no afferent action. So meaning to say they are efferent. Meaning to say they are involved in motor movement, okay? Voluntary movement specifically, okay? So they are also myelinated, same as your A fibers, okay? So we have two terms here, pain reaction and pain perception. So when you say pain perception, it is the physioanatomical process. Physioanatomical process whereby an impulse is generated following application of adequate stimulus and is transmitted to the CNS. So that is the key word that you need to remember because it's a bit confusing. Okay, pain perception is physioanatomical process while pain reaction is psychophysiological process. Okay, psychophysiological, pain reaction, pain perception, physioanatomical process. And pain perception is similar in all healthy individuals. Okay? It is similar from all healthy individuals as compared to your pain reaction, how you react to pain. Diba? How a patient would react to pain. Okay? It's different. Okay? It varies from one individual to another. Let's say you're performing tooth extraction in adult and a child, pediatric patient. Of course, it's the pediatric patient who would react more in the pain as compared to the adult. Okay, so it varies from one individual to another. Psychophysiological process. I've mentioned earlier pain, pain threshold. Okay, so we have low threshold and we have high threshold. Okay, what do you mean when you say low threshold or low pain threshold? And let's say if you have low pain threshold, you are highly likely to respond to pain more. Sila mas madaling masaktan. They're the ones who can feel pain more. compared to the ones with high pain threshold. Okay, so those that with high pain threshold would have lower response to pain. This one would have higher response to pain. Okay, sila yung madaling matsaktan, sila yung less likely to feel the pain. They have high tolerance. Okay, high pain tolerance. Factors responsible for variation of pain threshold, okay, would be the emotional state of the patient, okay, the fatigue, pagod yung patient, okay, the age of the patient. As I've mentioned earlier, the older individuals tend to tolerate pain than younger individuals or children. Okay, we also have racial and national characteristics. Okay, according to the books, it's the Latin Americans and South Europeans who are more emotional and has lower pain reaction thresholds, okay, than North Americans or Northern Europeans. In terms of sex, okay, who would react to pain more, male or female? Sino yung most likely to react to pain more? Sino yung mas obvious na ipapakita na yung reaction niya, diba? Most likely it's the female compared to the male, okay? And fear and apprehension, okay? Pain reaction, low threshold lowers as fear and apprehension increases. You have three types of pain. You have your psychogenic pain, you have your referred pain, and you have your phantom pain. Okay? Psychogenic pain has no organic basis. Okay? It has no organic basis. It's all in the mind, sabi nila. It's just psychogenic. Referred pain, on the other hand, naman, is a perception of pain in one part of the body that is distant from the actual source of pain. So if this is the oral cavity, let's say, this is tooth number 16, okay? Let's say you have 15 here. You have 46, okay? You have here 26. You have 36, okay? If the patient is able to feel the pain on tooth number 15, however, upon checking clinically and radiographically, upon assessment, you saw that it's tooth number 16 that is the offending tooth. Siya yung infected, siya yung carious, the carious has reached the pulp, then that is just a referred pain. Okay? Is it possible that patient would feel pain here in tooth number 26? However, the offending tooth is tooth number 16? Would it be possible? Pwede ba yan? Masakit yung 26, pero it's the 16 that is the offending tooth. Or is it possible that tooth number 36 is painful, but the offending tooth is 16? Is it possible that 46 is painful, but the offending tooth is 16? Possible ba yan? Which one is possible? 1, 2, 3. Which one is most likely to happen? Number 3. But number 3 is most likely to happen because what you need to remember, okay, what you need to know is that referred pain cannot, what can you conclude? Cannot cross the midline. Referred pain cannot cross the midline. See, we have different set of nerves here sa left, and we have different set of nerves dun sa right side. Diba? Ganun siya. Going sa middle. So referred pain cannot be or cannot cross the midline. But some patients would complain, no, parang my left side is painful. Parang papunta na siya sa head. Sa ulo ko, Doc. Pala, it's the tooth. It's the may masakit tenga or diba? So referred pain cannot cross the midline. So for this example, this one is not possible. 2-6 and 3-6 is not less likely to uh, happen. Okay. Then we have phantom pain. So phantom pain, part of the body feels pain, but the part is already missing. Okay. The patient has an amputated leg, but the patient can still feel pain on that part of the leg that has already been amputated. Okay. We have a similar scenario known as anesthesia dolorosa. Dolorosa. So even if it's your first time hearing this one, you can easily uh, define this one, diba? Just by looking at the words there. Anesthesia, what is anesthesia? Loss of sensation. Dolorosa, what is dolorosa? What do you mean by dolorosa? So i-chop nyo lang yung word. What word would you call? So what word is dolor? Diba? Dolor means pain. So for this one, the nerve has already been severed. The nerve has already been severed. There's already segmental demise. Dolorosa, and they cannot still figure out what causes this one. Okay, it's your anesthesia dolorosa. It's similar somehow to your phantom pain. Ay, wait lang. Ha? Sabi sa inyo, appreciate niyo yung mga teacher ninyo nagle-lecture ng weekend. Eh. We should be working in the clinic now. Post test now. Okay. Go to this website, kahoot.it. Nag-subscribe pa ako dyan para sa inyo, ha? So, abonado pa ako dyan. Nag-subscribe ako sa Kahoot para you can have this post test. Wait lang. Open natin. Quiz 1. Is it your first time answering sa Kahoot? First time ninyo. Okay? Yung iba hindi. Wait lang. History. Bakit yung iba meron na? Or si Doc Shane, nagkakahoot na rin. Parang nagtanong si Doc Shane sa akin about Kahoot eh. I'm not sure if she's using Kahoot na. Paano ba to host live? So what you need to do is to encode yung game pin. Okay? Wait lang, I'll just load this one. Medyo mabagal.
Sorry, Doc. Can you flash the website again?
Kahoot.it or it. Kahoot.it. This one. Kahoot.it. Okay? Let's get and right www.kahoot.it. Huwag niyo nang karirin yung avatar ha, baka ang tagal niyo pumili ng avatar. Okay. You take a screenshot of the questions. Ha? Some of the questions will be asked also. Midterm. The faster you answer, the higher your score will be. Ha? Kung gusto mag-tap, ibang examinee sa'yo na, Doc, nagtatap ako sa Kahoot mo, dun lang ako nagtatap. Ganyan. Okay? Paano ko malalaman sa sa grade sino si EBC? Similar naman sa name ninyo yung nickname next time. Ha? So for that one, you need to remember LLL. Lofgren, lignocaine, lidocaine. Tapos na? Sorry, sino nag-top? Hindi ko nakita, sorry. Wait lang. Check natin sino nag-top. Reports. Here. Wait lang. Okay, congratulations, Ms. Alvarado, Mr. Escalante, and Ms. Russo. Yeah. For the difficult questions, wala naman, you're able to answer most of you. Okay. Some of you did not answer. There are some students like this one, Mr. Lee. Okay. You only answered, ano to, 2 lang. You only answered 2. Okay. And Mr. Zuyi Feng, you need to finish the exam, ha? And Miss Fuerte, okay, finish the exam, finish the answer the questions. Okay.
Okay.
Before we discuss the next topic, our next topic would be on methods of pain control. Okay. That will be the last topic for this morning. Methods of pain control. We'll have a short break. Okay. 10-minute break lang. So before we discuss methods of pain control, kasi the topic on neurophysiology of pain is a bit heavy. Okay, so let's discuss it in the afternoon para we're not rushing on discussing this topic. So it's now 10:16. Be back by 10:26.